Hey guys, it's Griff. I'm back at the Twin Falls Zoological Center, and I'm here to introduce another amazing member of their dream team. With me, I've got Josh. Josh, tell me a little bit about yourself and your involvement here.
Okay, yeah, so my name is Josh Dowding. I'm the executive director. I'm also the current chew toy for Willow. Basically, this whole project has been kind of a long time coming. We've been working on something like this for, we started out as an exotic animal rescue. I think we've been over that before, but we started in 2018. And we've been working on the zoo for a little bit. Well, we've been planning the zoo for 2 years. We've been building the zoo for a year now. So it's been a pretty wild ride, but we're glad to be here.
So Josh is the one that I got to know initially here. And he invited me and got to show me a little bit around, show me all the animals that they have here. And not only is he executive director here, but he's involved every single day with the operation, seeing everything as it's been built, and incredibly knowledgeable. And who is this that we've got running around eating our feet?
So this is Willow. She's an African crested porcupine. We got her from a zoo in Georgia. We were on a waiting list, and then when they had a baby available, we actually drove out, picked her up, filed all the proper paperwork, got the import permits, and brought her back, and we actually bottle raised her, so she's really used to people.
That being said, is she going to be part of an interactive exhibit here?
She is, yeah, absolutely. We have an opportunity to get some feed tokens, purchase some food, and then hand feed her as well as pet her and stuff like that. She's really food motivated, so we anticipate that she'll be a pretty big hit.
So what's your history with animals? Where did the passion for this enter into your life and get to where it is now?
Whew. How much time do you have?
Enough.
So my whole life, I've been around animals. My parents were involved with rescue and rehabilitation. My mom particularly worked with an endangered species of tortoise in Southern California. So she was a permitted rehabber. She would get tortoises in that were hit or abandoned or injured, and she would kind of rehab them, and then she'd find approved homes for them. She was a member of a local organization that kind of networked to provide resources for rescue and rehab and provide funding, that kind of stuff. So since I remember being 5 years old and going to schools with my mom, and my mom would bring tortoises and teach the kids about it in the class. So it's literally been my entire life, and I've always kind of had a thing for tortoises. And
I like turtles.
It was snakes, it was hawks that got shot with a BB gun and left in someone's backyard. It was pretty much my whole life. So I've always had animals, and we started the exotic animal rescue here because we recognized that there was kind of a need for resources in that regard for keepers and the state and otherwise for animals that were either deleterious or invasive or just didn't have people. A lot of lives changed over COVID, stuff like that. So we realized that there was a big need for people to find homes for animals when they couldn't afford it or otherwise. So yeah, there's a lot more than that, but that's kind of the short version.
Absolutely. Now, what is the goal? Where do you see this place going, and what is the involvement you see it having here in our community?
Sure. So there's really nothing like this around here. So we really anticipate it being a positive asset for the community. One of our main catchphrases is a quote from Baba Diome. He was a Senegalese forestry engineer in like the 1950s and 60s. And his quote is say, "You will only conserve what you love. You will only understand. You only love what you understand, and you will only understand what you're taught." So basically, that's our philosophy moving forward. That we need to be good stewards of our natural environment, of our resources, things like that. And the reality is, with the way the world is moving into technology and away from the outdoors, it's something that we're losing. So if we can provide education and understanding to these future generations, they'll have a desire to preserve and protect them because they understand it. And with that understanding, they'll come to love it. It's been the case, hundreds of times with interactions. People who are averse to certain species of animals or afraid of them, they spend some time with them, they fall in love with them, and then they want to keep them on their own, and they invest resources towards conservation and otherwise. So that's kind of our hope for Twin Falls. Our long term, we'd like to eventually have an off-site facility with some acreage and potentially some larger animals. But for the short term, we're really glad to be here.
I just think it's amazing getting to watch you hanging out with Willow. Willow, an African crested porcupine. Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Just the sweetest thing you could ever imagine. So, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to be introducing some more animals and some more members of the Zoological Center here in Twin Falls. And myself, Willow, and Josh, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.